Make a pop-up card for the coffee lover in your life with this template from Popupity. Inside is the perfect size to fit a little gift card from Starbucks or your favorite coffee shop. The cover has these great little coffee doodles and a little heart coming off the mug. And when you open it up, it says, "Thanks-a-Latte." Learn how to make this pop-up card. Keep watching the video. Visit Popupity to get the template. Open the template up. It's a PDF file. Click the print icon and print it out onto white cardstock. This template only needs one sheet of paper. With the template printed out, the first step to get started is to look for all of the dotted lines and score them. I'm going to use a ruler and this bone folder to score the paper and make an indentation to help my folds get real precise. So I'm just going to bring my ruler up to the dotted line and I'm going to score any place where I see a dashed line. I'm just going to move my ruler up to this next one, score it, come across here, score it. And this is a easy step that guarantees all your folds will go exactly where you want them to. And then I'm going to repeat the process for the scores on this side. And then this last one up here. And then across the middle of the outside of the card. And then there's 4 along here on the envelope. And if you don't have one of these bone folders, don't worry, you could use the back of a butter knife, a paper clip, just anything that would drag along the paper and indent it but not cut it. We don't want to go all the way through. We just want to make a score line. And the last one on the envelope here. Like so. So that's all of our score lines. And the next step is to cut out all the pieces using scissors. I'm going to cut out the envelope, the front of the card, and the inside of the card just using scissors. Cut along all of the solid lines. So when you're done cutting, you'll have the envelope, the outside of the card, and the inside of the card. Now when you cut out these 2 pieces, you'll notice that there's this tan outline going around the banner and the cup. And these are a bleed line, so you don't have to cut right on that line for the cup. You can cut in the bleed, so you don't have to be as detailed when you're cutting these out. Gives you a little room for play, and your card will still look fabulous, but you don't have to be right on that little, going in there with like an X-Acto knife to cut out all these little leaves and details. You're just going to cut right along that sort of tan bleed line for these seam pieces. Like that. So that's a good cutout for the cup. And then the same thing for the banner. Now you'll notice you don't have to go in around all of those leaves. You can just stay out on this tan area. So it makes it a little easier when you're cutting things out by hand. I know there are those really cool paper cutting machines that will cut this out, you know, with a computer, and that's great, but I'm trying to make these projects accessible for everyone. So all that you really need is a basic pair of scissors to complete this part of the project. have to be perfect. Kill the perfectionist inside you. This is all about doing a little fun craft project. Show a little gratitude for the coffee lover in your life. And these little everyday moments where you can surprise someone. You know, it's not their birthday, it's not Christmas, it's just an occasion to show someone you care about how much you like them, and maybe you wish you could have a cup of coffee with them, and you're going to send them this little pop-up card to thank them for what they've done for you and to have a cup on you. So there we have. That's the little banner, like so, all cut out and ready to glue together. Now the last bit of cutting you need to do is to form our pop-up support. And you notice on this inside card there's these solid lines going along, and we're going to take our X-Acto knife and just cut those out. And we don't want to cut, we're just cutting nice controlled slits like so, and then stopping when we hit that dotted line. Slits. And you'll see how these form the little pop-up risers in the card. So now with those cut out, you can kind of see my slits there. I'm just going to start lifting these little flaps, and then those score lines become important here because that's where my creases are going to start to form. And this is going to pop forward like that, and so will these. Just start easing it with your fingers. The first time it folds, it fights you a little bit. So just be patient, guide it along. That one wants to fold backwards, like that. And then crease it all down. And I like to take my bone folder and just crease those folds once I get them where I like them. And so it should open up and look like this, and you should have 1, 2, 3 little pop-up spots to glue your elements into. So now I'm going to take my front of the card and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to glue this in like this once we're done. Now you'll see there's these little squiggle lines. That's to show you where to put the glue. And you can use a glue stick, Elmer's glue, any glue you like. I like this Beacon 3-in-1. I'm just going to put some glue on these 3 pieces. I'm going to take the banner and place it on those 2 back risers. And I just want to align those flower pots up with the bottom of the card. And then I'm going to take my little cup and I'm going to stick it on that center riser. And now we've created our little 3D scene. I'm going to set that aside to dry while I work on the envelope. Now the envelope, we're going to fold these 3 flaps in to create the pocket. And you'll notice on these round elements there's those squiggle lines again, and that's to show you the little area where you want to put your glue. And then we're going to bring that flap up to form the pocket of the envelope. And then you'll see we got these squiggle lines, and that's where you put the glue when you seal up the envelope. You could use double-sided tape, glue stick, this 3-in-1 craft glue, any kind of glue you have laying around. So, and now I'm going to set that aside to dry. And now the scene we created, this is going to glue inside this outer card to finish the presentation. And to do that, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, slide the inside seam into the front of the card. Check that you have the card facing the right direction. You don't want to mount the card upside down, which I've done before. And then for the last step, just glue in there. It doesn't take much to hold this in. Press it all down, like so. And now you have the little cup. Thanks-a-Latte, and this will slip right into our adorable little envelope. Don't forget to sign the back of the card so they know who handmade it. Maybe include a little Starbucks gift card for whoever you're making this for. Seal it up, write their name on their front, and you've got a great gift to thank the coffee lover in your life. Thanks-a-Latte. If you'd like to learn how to make more pop-up cards like this fantastic birthday pop-up card or this Halloweeny pop-up card or this wishing you a happy birthday pop-up card, visit popupity.com.